Welcome to another contribution for Utopian. Today I will show you how to create a program with the steem-python library to find posts from a list of authors who have not yet been voted by us. For that I have already prepared the code and I will explain its operation. In the first place we will import time and from that library we will import date. These libraries will be used to compare the current date with the date of the publication of a post. This with the objective of knowing if the post could still be voted. Obviously, we need the steem library. We will associate s with the steem function to quickly access each of the methods. We create a list to include each of the authors. To today, we assign the current date. We assign the value true to the variable continue. The function of this variable is to give the option to choose to continue showing posts of one of the authors. We use a for to go through the list of authors. In this case, we only include 3, but we could include more. We assign the value 7 to the limit variable. This limit is the amount of posts of the blog of the author that we are going to ask to the API of Steemit. We could ask for them one at a time, but that would have as a consequence the slowdown of the program. We will initialize the variable diff_days as 0. This variable will be used to save the difference between the current date and the post-publication date. Now I'm going to initialize the variable indice. The variable indice will use to go through the information of the publications extracted from the blog. We now print the name of the author in the following format. We will use a while cycle that will run while the antiquity of the post consulted is less than or equal to 6 and while the continue variable is true. To extract information of the entries of a blog, we will use the method getBlogEntries of Steem. We must enter as arguments the author, the index of search initialization, and the number of entries to extract. We use 0 to indicate that we want to extract from the last entry of the author's blog. To indicate the number of entries to be extracted, we use the variable limit. We keep all this information in avatar. With the following while cycle, we will identify if each entry extracted from the authors truly belongs to the author. This is necessary since the method used provides all the entries including their steem. With the index variable, we move through each entry. We must take into account that if an author makes too many resteams, it could happen that with the 7 entries extracted, no post of the author is found. We will then need to extract more entries and consequently increase the limit. We then increase the limit variable by 5 units. Since we have identified an entry of the author, we will save the information in the variable datos. We use the getContent method to extract the complete information from the post. As argument, we introduce the author and the permalink of the post. We save this information in info. From this information, we are interested in the date of creation of the post. Of the format that gives us the API of Steemit, we need only the first 10 characters and we separate each data coding with the character script. We will change the format of the date to a format that we easily work with in Python. Save the date in postDate. In diff, we keep the difference of dates. In diff_date, we will save the days elapsed between the current date and the date of the publication of the post. We combine the if control statement with the not operator to identify if our account, in this case Mosqueteros, has not voted on the post. We also use the getVotes method to identify who has voted for this publication. In case this publication has not been voted, we will use another if to identify if this age is less than 6 days. Following this, we proceed to print the information of the publication. In a space of 20 characters, we print the name of the author. In a space of 2 characters, we print the difference of days. Finally, we print the hyperlink of the post. Finally, we print the hyperlink of the post. Now we give the option to continue showing this author's posts. If n is answered, the variable continue with the false value is assigned. Therefore, the while cycle will no longer be executed. If it is decided to continue with the search, we must once again verify that the index doesn't leave the range of posts extracted. You may notice that this section of the code is the same as the previous section. Finally, we print the author and the post number that we have voted for them according to the information analyzed. We are going to execute the code. As you can see, the program tells me the author, the antiquity of his post, and the hyperlink of the post. In this case, we can click on the address and it will automatically take me to the post. Now the program asks if I want to show more author posts. If I enter an S, it will show me one more post. To stop showing this author's posts, enter the letter N. Automatically continues with the next author. For the next author tells me that he did not find any post available to vote. Also informs me that I have not voted for any of these author's posts in the last 7 days. The same goes for the next author. I hope this video has been useful for you. See you!